Bonneau here with our Monday myth, and today we're going to go over some of the things that we hear from folks when they call in. They'll say, okay, what's the most important thing we can do after a crash? And so there are three things that you can do prior to ever needing a lawyer that are going to help your lawyer or help whoever is helping you with your case to process it smoothly with the insurance company. And these are the types of evidence that get lost, or this is the type of evidence that could go away if it's not taken care of the first day. So there's three things. The first is photos. The scene of the crash is very important, and once you leave the scene of the crash, you can't go back and get photos. Now, if you've been hurt, you need to get a friend or a family member, somebody who's there to take pictures of both the car and possibly even the street. You want to be able to document anything that helps explain what the accident, what kind of accident happened and how it happened. The next thing you want to do is get a police report. This one's key too, because the person that ran into you, the person that hurt you, is rarely wanting to call the police. And many times at the scene, people will call the tow truck or they'll call other folks, but they won't call the police. The police can come assess the situation, and the police will then write down what the contributing factors to the crash are. Many folks, after the crash has happened, may say they're at the scene that they're responsible. They'll tell you they're sorry. They'll say they weren't paying attention, texting, drinking, whatever it is they may say, under the anxiety and pressure of the situation. But later, after talking to their insurance company, they'll be enlightened and they will forget that it was their fault. Calling the police, having them come out, having them document the situation and putting it into a report is probably the best evidence that you'll ever have in a courtroom. To have a police officer be able to come up, swear to God under oath, have his police report there, and then to explain why he believes that it's the other person's fault is probably the most important evidence you can get. And last is you've got to get to the emergency room, the hospital. Getting to the hospital the same day documents your injuries that day. Now, you may say, well, what if I don't need to go to the hospital? Well, if you haven't been hurt, you don't need an attorney. But if you have been hurt, if you're hurting and you need medical attention, waiting 2 or 3 or 4 days doesn't help your case. Insurance companies are known. I mean, they are famous for saying, well, because you didn't go to the hospital till the next day, we don't think you're really hurt. Even though most of us know that sometimes injuries can reveal themselves the next day. That's why it's important, if you feel the sensation of the pain, if you know that you've been injured, you want to get into the ER the same day to make sure you've both got the police on your side, you've got the hospital and the ER doctors on your side, and then you've got photos to document what happened. Bonneau signing off.